Good morning, y'all. Welcome to vlog number 4, where I'm taking you along with the entire journey from start to finish of launching the second product of my private label brand on Amazon. So in the last video, I told you I was working on rough draft images for my photography. So I ended up completing all my rough draft ideas of how I want my photography to be done, what messages I want my images to be conveying to my customers, and I reached out to a ton of photographers and I got denied. So like I said, in my last video, my product is really difficult to do photography for, both itself and with lifestyle images. So I got denied by every single photographer, and I think this is a blessing in disguise because the #1 photographer that I saw on Fiverr, whenever I looked at their portfolio, I was like, okay, this is so expensive. Maybe this is something I'll do when I have the extra money to splurge. He was the only one who denied me first, but then when I said, hey, like, you are my #1 photographer, like, all I need is a main image with all the products and the packaging on a white background. The rest, you can do whatever your heart desires. Like, you are clearly like a professional in this field. Just use our brand colors and do what you do best. And he accepted. Now, he is on the higher end, so I'm gonna be paying $1,000 for 7 images, but for me, this is so important. This is something I lacked in my first product launch. I did all the photography myself with my friend, and we did it outside. Like, you could definitely tell we did our own photos, but I used a combination of our photography, my suppliers' photos, and then just using Canva to do all the graphic design work. So that's what I did for my first product. Now, I was profitable. It did okay. That product does have super low demand, like I mentioned before. But this is something I am not settling on with this new product launch. Okay, so what I'm working on right now, since I have all of my photographers' information and all of their needs, my supplier has not sent out my samples yet, so that's another blessing. They said they were already gonna be sent out by now, so they haven't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send her a summary of everything my photographer is asking for samples. They want very specific things, so I need multiple samples just in the case the product gets damaged during photography or during shipping. I need to send multiple packaging that is unboxed. So like just flat packaging that they can put together to prevent it getting damaged or dented during that shipping process, because no one wants damaged, you know, packaging in their images. So I'm sending all of that information to my supplier, and I'm gonna have her send my samples directly to my photographer so he can start photography as soon as possible. Now, I'm not gonna be able to have my professional images done until early October. So I am hoping with my supplier's lead time, then with the shipping time, and then with all the time it takes for them to scan in the product, it will be finishing all at the same time. If not, I'm gonna make sure I change the date on my listing to not be available, because again, I wanna take advantage of that honeymoon period. And no one really knows how long that honeymoon period is on Amazon, but this is a time where it's going to be easier for new sellers to rank for more competitive keywords. So that's what I'm trying to do right now, and I will keep y'all updated with everything else I am working on. But that was the biggest, thing on my to-do list that I was really struggling with. Like, I got to the point where I was looking for like my own photography setup, and I did not want to do that. I just knew what I was going to produce wasn't going to be as good as what I was looking for. This is just one side note. This is how I know my photographer is very high quality. So most of the photographers I reached out to on Fiverr did not have a questionnaire asking for brand guidelines, inspiration, what you're looking to achieve, like every single detail possible a photographer should ask. He was the only one who did that. So that's why I feel just so confident in paying that higher amount, especially with the work he's produced. Like, he's partnered with some of the biggest brands out there. I'm a little small startup brand. Hopefully one day it grows to be a huge brand, but that is why I am just so freaking excited for this photography. Okay, y'all, so then when I'm doing social media, I talk about how important it is to create an optimized listing with keywords, not only amazing images. The more keywords you are utilizing inside of your listing, the more doors you are opening up and able to index for without having to run PPC in order to start ranking for those keywords, if that makes sense. So I had already did keyword research. I did competitor research using Helium 10 Cerebro tool. I got the top ranking competitors for, their category, for the main keyword, all that fun stuff. And then I made a keyword list. Then I also used Helium 10's magnet tool and typed in exactly what my product is to figure out what other keywords I should be utilizing inside of my listing, since my product is different than the top competitors. So I already have that done, but I am looking at my Helium 10 listing builder right now just to see if I can make some changes or adjustments to my listing before I just say it's good to go for right now. And my search volume I generated, and you can see this in Helium 10's listing builder, it's 441,000 searches a month. So more keywords, more doors. And I did have much less room to work with on this listing, character-wise, for the title, for the bullet points, etc., in comparison to my other products. So it did make it a little more difficult to incorporate as many highly relevant, high search volume keywords as possible, while still making it readable and communicating everything I need my copywriting to communicate. So that's what I'm doing, just making little adjustments because I want everything to be perfect and good to go whenever inventory does arrive to Amazon. Finished re-optimizing my new products Amazon listing and Helium 10's listing builder, and now the search volume is 470,000 searches a month. Okay, y'all, I also got super exciting news. So the guys I work with at Freedom by FBA, they are the owners. We are going to be working on another project together, so I get to learn a whole nother income stream that I get to teach y'all one day. So I will definitely keep y'all updated with that as I'm learning and starting a brand new business online. So I am so addicted with just finding passive streams of income, and especially as you grow your income streams, the amount of money you can make is literally endless. Like, it's so freaking motivating. So I will share that with y'all as well. And that is my weekly update on where I am at with my product launch number 2. Listing is optimized, photos are in the works, bulk order is being manufactured, so there's really not much else I can do at this time outside of just waiting to make that shipping plan, send in a third-party inspection company, all of that.